Don't call me a YouTuber. The term YouTuber has become synonymous with very bad things. It's just a term that's got very bad connotations attached to it. You know, like a passport bro, a digital nomad, activist, environmental activist, autistic Swedish person. I consider YouTuber to be synonymous with, what, bitches, little bitches. Just think about it. What happens with YouTubers? They all collaborate with each other. They all make this content and they're friends. And then what ends up happening, they end up falling out with these alleged friends. And then they start doing incredibly bad diss tracks against each other, hit piece videos, cussing at each other on social media, saying, you did this, you did that. They're like schoolgirls. In fact, they're worse than schoolgirls. I've never seen such bitchy behavior in all my life. And I've known a hell of a lot of bitches in my time. Big bitches, small bitches, ugly bitches, good looking bitches, bitches with one leg that's shorter than the other bitch. All kinds of bitches. But these are like the top of the bitch mountain. In fact, they're the number one face on bitch Mount Rushmore. In fact, I hate that Mount Rushmore analogy, actually. I use a different one. What's a different one? I can't even think of one. But the bitches, I mean, just take any example you like. It's like, pick one out of the hat. Pick a YouTuber out of the hat. And you tell me that they ain't a bitch. I've never seen this level of backstabbing in my entire life. There's crackheads out there who are more trustworthy and less bitchy than these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They're doxing each other. They'll run about 6 videos a day, cussing out someone who's apparently their friend. It was probably the best man at their wedding, probably the godfather to their kids. Jesus, some of these people have got kids. And the worst thing about them, they're not just bitches. You'll find less bitch behavior in some sort of bitch clique at school. You know, a bitch clique. There's always a bitch clique. There's some clique of bitches and they're just like, we're all bitches. They got that resting bitch face. Obviously, I can't do it right now because I'm wearing this mask because I'm an absolute fucked out weirdo. But you get what I'm saying. There's always a bitch clique. And what also makes a YouTuber a bunch of bitches? Well, they are like little schoolgirls, telling tales, gossing. It's always goss. They don't make content, they make goss. Oh, look at what this guy did. Oh, they had an affair. Oh, they probably committed some criminal activity. Goss, 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 goss. You ever seen those women's magazines that you get in the shop? If you're from the UK, you know what I'm talking about. You know, woman, chat, women's weekly, daily goss, wherever the hell. These weekly, daily pieces of crap, these weekly magazines cost about £1. £1. In 2025, £1 don't even buy you a Freddo no more. They can buy you like a 60-page magazine that's just full of stories of like, oh, I had an affair with my husband's murderer. You know what I mean? Like, I had 7 kids with the world's most notorious serial killer. I love shoving things up my anus on camera. It makes me feel liberated, says mum of 6, age 59. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they're talking about, saying, I'm going to give the expose on Jermaine Janus and how he notched me off in the back of a taxi. That's what these people are. They're gossipers. And what also makes them like bitches? Do you remember the girls at school? I don't know what it was like when you were at school, but I remember when I was at school. A lot of girls would just follow trends. You know, trend. YouTubers are like trend riders. As soon as some trend comes along, they just jump on that. It's like, this week, things are offensive. Okay? Oh, making jokes about, I don't know, making jokes about people from Mozambique is well in. Oh, let's make some Mozambique jokes. And then all of a sudden, the money starts drying up because YouTube goes, no. We can't be giving you money for talking about people from Mozambique. Are you crazy? And then so all of a sudden, they ain't making jokes about Mozambique no more. Now they realize that the only way to make money is to say, do you know what? I believe in equality, or something, you know, like, or Palestine. And they go, Palestine, yeah, where is Palestine? Isn't that next to Michigan or something? And they go, yeah, well, that's some problem. All right, I support Palestine now. What do I do? You know, you put some weird headscarf on and shout off like borderline anti-Semitic lunacy. All right, okay, I'll do that this week. Yeah, cool. How much money is that going to make me? These people are crazy. They're just like the girls at school. The girls at school who suddenly, you know, one week they're dancing along to Spice Girls in the playground. Do you know what I mean? And then the next week they're looking at all the cool kids going, they're like Nirvana. And before you know it, she's got black hair, she's looking all mopey, and she's got Kurt Cobain's suicide note sewn onto her little bag, onto a school bag, a flipping suicide note. One minute she's like going, go power, yeah, go power. And the next minute she's always like, oh, I hate myself and I want to die. Do you hate yourself and you want to die? Cool, me too. Can I come to the party? These people are bitches. And what makes it even more crazy is the fall off. When they fall off hard. They become desperate. There's nothing left for them to do. All right? Their content is tired. They got no new ideas. So they have to try and reinvent themselves. But these people ain't like Madonna. Madonna's very good at reinventing herself. Currently, she's reinvented herself as some sort of intergalactic marsupial space monkey. But, she used to reinvent herself quite good. Now it's just a bit odd. But she is very old. And, I don't know, all that face filler has probably done something real bad to her brain. But the point being is this. They'll just try anything. They'll travel. They'll get on an airplane and they'll go to, like, Liechtenstein, right? Or they'll get on an airplane and they'll go, oh, let's travel the world. Let's see if we can make content in, I don't know, let's go make content in Laos, right? They go to Laos and then they accidentally kick a granny in her gooch. I kicked a Lao granny in her gooch. And then suddenly they got 2 million views again. They're like, what the hell? Oh my God. Kicking grannies and gooches is the way forward. And then they're traveling all over the place. They're going to Argentina. They're going to the Dominican Republic. They're going to Haiti. Do you know what I mean? They're going to flipping Estonia. Jesus, they're going to Lesotho. You know where Lesotho is? No one cares, but they're kicking grannies in the gooch in Lesotho. And then they get banned and locked up in jail. Anything to get views. They're like, oh, this is popping. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, throwing babies against the wall is now popping. That got me 6 million views. Right, I'm going to go adopt a kid and throw it against the wall. See if their head bounces off the wall. That'll do. That'll be nice. What a nice way to make money. Brilliant. I've fallen off. And when that runs out, what do? Go to Kick, I suppose. Kick, the graveyard of once was great YouTubers. Well, once was great is a bit of a loose term, isn't it? I don't want to be called a YouTuber. I'm a guy that makes videos, not content. I make film. I make art. I put it on YouTube. I put it on Rumble. I'll put it anywhere that people will watch it. Shit. I'd broadcast it. I'd get a projector and put it on a London Bridge. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. As long as you're watching it. It's just a place. It's not a person. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a passport bro. I'm not an autistic Swede. All right. Buy some merch so I can spend it on ladies of the night. Thank you.